T.S. Eliot. I mean, he's given credit for it because he bothered to write it down. He's not the first person to say it, certainly not the first person to think it, feel it. But he wrote it on a sheet of paper and signed his name. And the four-eyed prick was a genius. So, if you say it, you have to say his name after it. Life is very long. T.S. Eliot. Absolutely goddamn right. Especially since he lived to be 76 or so. Very long life, especially in those days. He was only in his 30s when he wrote it, so he must have had some sort of inside dope. Give the devil his due. Very few poets could have made it through Eliot's trial and come out on the other side brilliantine and double-breasted and Anglican. Not hard to imagine, given Eliot's first wife, lovely Viv, how Mark Crane or John Merriman might have reacted. Just foot race to the nearest bridge, Olympian suicidalist. Not Eliot. Following sufficient years of ecclesiastical guilt, just plop her in the nearest asylum and get on with the day. Oh, God Almighty. You have to admire the purity of the survivor's instinct. John Berryman, the old goat. The world is gradually becoming a place where they do not care to be anymore. You know, I don't know what it says about me that I have such an affinity with the damaged. Probably nothing good. I admire the hell out of Eliot the poet, but the person, not so very much.
Son of a bitch!
Violent. My wife, she takes pills, sometimes a great many pills, and they affect, among other things, her equilibrium. Fortunately, the pills she takes eliminate her need for equilibrium. So she falls whenever she rambles, but she doesn't ramble much. My wife takes pills and I drink. That's the bargain we have struck. One of the bargains, just one paragraph of our marriage contract. Cruel covenant. My wife takes pills and I drink. I mean, I don't drink because she takes pills. It's not she takes pills because I drink. I learned long ago not to speak for my wife. The reasons we partake are any more inconsequential. The facts of the matter are, she takes pills and I drink. And these facts have made burdensome over time the maintenance of traditional American routine. Paying of bills, purchase of goods, cleaning of clothes or carpets or crappers. But rather than once more assume the mantle of guilt, vow abstinence with my fingers crossed in the queasy hope of righting our ship, I've chosen to turn my life over to the care of a higher power and join the ranks of the hiring class. It's not a decision with which I'm entirely comfortable. I mean, I know how to launder my dirty undies. Been doing it my entire life, me or my wife. But I find that it's getting in the way of my drinking. Something has been said for sobriety, but very little. Harriman again. And now you are here. The place isn't in such bad shape. I've done all right. I've managed. And just last night I burned an awful lot of debris. You know, a simple utility bill can mean so much to a living person. But once they've passed, after they've passed, the words, the numbers just become otherworldly symbols. It's only paper. Worse than blank paper. Oh, this is clean.
Thank you.
I apologize for the temperature in here. My wife is cold-blooded, and not just in the metaphorical sense. She does not believe in air conditioning, as if it were a thing to be disbelieved.
I'm used to it.
I knew Mr. Youngbird, you know.
You knew Daddy?
A small town. Bought many a watermelon from his fruit stand. Some summers he sold fireworks too, right?
Yes, sir.
I bought Roman candles for my children. He did pass, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
I asked how.
He had a heart attack, fell into a flatbed truck full of wine grapes.
Wine grapes. In Oklahoma. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
May I ask about the name? Well, Liz was Youngbird and you are?
Monivada.
Monivada.
I went back to the original language.
And does that mean young bird?
Yes.
And the change of name, that was your choice? Cheers.
Bev!
By night, within that ancient house, immense, black, damned, anonymous.
Bev!
Yes!
Did you polish?
What?
Did you?
What, dear?
God damn it! Did you? Are the police here?
No!
Is this the window? I'm not looking through a window.
Can you come here?
Ah. Hello? Hello. I didn't know you was entertaining.
This is Chana, the young woman I told you about.
Oh, you're telling me he's a woman.
Pardon?
A woman? Woman? Woman?
Yes, the young woman I'm hiring to look after the place.
Oh, you're hiring women's now the thing. I thought you meant the other woman.
What other woman?
Huh?
I hope to hire her to cook and to clean and to drive
In
me
the
to
interest
clinic.
of civil action, your particular ways of speaking, I thought you thought a woman to be hired.
I don't understand you.
Hello? Hello. I'm sorry, like this? Yes, ma'am. I'm Violet. What's your name? Jonna. You're very pretty. Thank you, ma'am. You an Indian? Yes, ma'am. What kind? Cheyenne. Do you think I'm pretty? Yes, ma'am. Like this? like this?
Careful, careful.
You're the house now.
Why don't you go back to bed, sweetheart?
Well, why don't you go fuck a fucking sow's ass?
All right.
I'm sorry. I'll be sickly sweet. Oh, I'm so sweet. Elaborately sweet.
I think I mentioned on the phone that Dr. Burke recommended you. He feels you're qualified to meet the needs of our household.
I
I have a year towards my nursing certificate at Tulsa Community College, but I had to drop out when Daddy died, and I saw my mom and grandma through some rough times.
Dr. Burke says you've been struggling for work.
I've been house cleaning and babysitting.
We keep unusual hours here. Try not to differentiate between night and day. I doubt that you'll be able to maintain any sort of a healthy routine.
I need the work.
Oh, the work itself, pretty mundane. I myself require very little personal attention. Thrive without it, in fact. Sort of like a human cactus. My wife has been diagnosed with a touch of cancer, so she'll need to be driven to Tulsa for her final chemotherapy treatments. You're welcome to use that American-made behemoth parked in the carport. You're welcome to make use of anything, everything, all this garbage we've acquired, our life's work. I mean, if you're going to live here, I want you to live here, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Oh, please call me Beverly. Do you have any questions?
What kind of cancer?
I didn't say. Oh my God! I nearly neglected the punchline. Mouth cancer.
What pills does she take?
Valium, Vicodin, Darvon, Darvocet, Percodan, Percocet, Xanax for fun, Oxycontin in a pinch, some Black Mollies once just to make sure I was still paying attention, and Dilaudid. I shouldn't forget Dilaudid. My wife does not believe she needs treatment for her habit. She'd been down that road once, came out clean as a whistle, and then chose for herself this reality instead. You were about to ask me why she isn't currently seeking treatment, weren't you?
No, sir.
Oh, good. That relieves me. Now, hold on a second. My last refuge, my books, simple pleasures, like finding wild onions by the side of a road, or requited love.
T.S. Eliot.
Read it or not, it isn't a job requirement. It's just for your enjoyment. Feel free to read any of my books. Here we go round the prickly pear, the prickly pear, the prickly pear. Here we go round the prickly pear.
Beverly's done this before.
I know.
You remember when he just took off, no call, nothing? You remember that, Charlie?
They've always had
This one time when he just took off without saying anything, he didn't come back. And I had to tell Vi, I said, you packed that son of a bitch's bag. You have been waiting for him on the front porch. But, you know, I always liked your father.
I know.
No, I always liked your father. You know that. I introduced Vi and Dad, for God's sake.
You did not introduce
The hell I
them.
didn't.
You had a date with him, you stood him up and sang your
That's
sister
an
instead.
introduction. That's what an introduction is.
I just don't think it's accurate to say.
Well, he was too old for me anyway. Violet, shrinking Violet, she couldn't meet a man on her own.
No one ever called her Shrinking Violet.
Charlie and your father used to get along real well. They used to go on fishing trips together.
I know.
But when Beverly just took off like that without saying anything, not without even a note, my first obligation was to look after my sister.
You don't have an obligation to do
I have
anything.
an obligation to look after my sister.
You're not obliged to get involved in somebody else's marriage.
Not any marriage, but if they're married to my big sister, I sure as hell do. Hy-Vee has sisters. She knows what I mean. I told her, I said, you packed that son of a bitch's bag. You have been waiting on the front porch. Oh, yes, you take all those goddamn books you're so fond of, and you make a big pile out in the front yard. And then you got yourself a big bonfire. Oh, yes, take his papers too. Everything
You don't burn a man's
Will
books!
you stop? You keep contradicting me.
The man's books didn't do anything. His possessions
Well,
aren't
she didn't do
responsible.
it, so that doesn't make any sense.
Of course she didn't do it.
Let me tell you something, Charlie Aiken. If you get any ideas about taking off and leaving me, you better believe.
I'm not going
I'm
anywhere.
saying if you did, I'll give you about 3 days to get your head straight, and everything's going up in a blaze of glory.
I'm not going
If
anywhere.
you're dead.
I'm not.
Not that Charlie has any books laying around anyway. I don't think I've ever seen you read a book in my life.
Is that a criticism? Does that bother you?
Well, I haven't. What's the last book you've read?
God damn it.
The last book you've read.
Beverly was a teacher. Teachers read books.
You
I
can't
would
tell
get
me the last book you read.
This girl is concerned about her daddy's whereabouts. She doesn't need to sit here and listen to us.
I think we're all concerned about Beverly.
Then what the hell are you needling me for?
He'll come back though, you know, and they'll work things out. He'll come back again. I know he
I
will.
just think this time is different.
I think so too.
Why?
Because back then.
No, not you. Why do you think this time is different?
Because back then they were trying.
Which is what I was going to say. Beverly was a very complicated man.
I know.
Don't say was.
Well, he was. He is very complicated.
Kind of like little Charles.
Kind of like little Charles.
Exactly.
Ah, he is nothing like little Charles.
We just mean in their sort of quiet, complicated way.
Little Charles isn't complicated.
He's an observer.
All he does is observe the television.
So you can't even see our point.
No!
That Beverly and little Charles share some sort of complication.
Honey, you have to be smart to be complicated.
That's our boy. Are you telling me our boy isn't smart?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
What is the matter with you? I mean, your cousin is very smart.
I'm sweating. Are you sweating?
Yes, I'm sweating. It's like 90 degrees in
Feel
here.
my back.
I don't want to feel your
Feel
back.
it.
No.
Come on, put your hand here.
I don't want to feel your back.
Feel my back.
Oh, God
Hey,
damn it.
it's just dripping.
Ivy, this business with the shades, taking the shades. When did all that start?
That's been up for a couple of years now.
And do you know its purpose?
Well, you can't tell if it's night or day.
I think that's the purpose.
Well, and do you know which one of them started this?
I don't see Daddy taking any initiative.
Neither can I. I personally find this whole situation depressing. You know, a person's environment. What the hell? Is this a Clapton album? I didn't know if I was a Clapton fan. Oh, don't do that!
Ah, the body needs sunlight.
It's nighttime and it's not your house. You can't go around destroying other people's things.
Do you believe that we haven't been here in 2 years?
He said they checked the hospitals, but no Beverly.
This is the highway patrol.
No, not the highway patrol, the sheriff, the Gilbo boy.
Gilbo. Don't tell me C.J. Gilbo's a sheriff here now.
No, it's not CJ, it's his boy Dion.
Oh, I was gonna say.
He went to school with the girls, Dion did. What was he in your class, Ivy? Barbara's class, I think.
Oh, is that right?
Who is this now?
C.J. was a boy we grew up with. He was a mean little son of a bitch. Juvenile delinquent.
His boy Dion's the sheriff here now.
C.J. was the preacher's son. And
Oh,
And you
same boy.
know how they are. You remember he went to the penitentiary?
yes, I remember that. For killing, what was it again?
A boxer.
Right, for killing this man's boxer dog.
But his boy Dion's the sheriff here now. Oh, I sent you that subscription to the Pawhuska Journal Capital, don't you read it?
No,
So
I don't
all
read
the
it.
big shots can keep up with us small town folks.
No, I don't read it.
Well, if you did read it, then you know that his boy is the sheriff here now.
What hospital did they check?
Oh, he rattled off a bunch of them.
What else did he say?
The boat's missing. Sent a patrolman out to the dock to see if anybody's seen him, and Beverly's pontoon boat is just gone.
Oh no.
They said they had a couple boats stolen in the last little while, though, so he didn't think it proved anything, but he was worried about it.
Vi, do you think there's any chance that maybe he loaded the boat up on the trailer and scooted out of there? Like maybe he was going somewhere else?
No, the trailer's out by the shed. I saw it when we pulled up.
Excuse me, dear. Can I trouble you for another beer?
God damn it, Charlie! She's not a waitress!
I know that.
Then get your own beer!
I got it.
I don't believe you. Sitting here watching the baseball game and drinking beer. Don't you have any sense of what's going on around you? This situation is fraught.
I don't think we need to sit here like statues. You're drinking whiskey.
I'm having a cocktail.
You are drinking straight whiskey.
Just show a little class.
I don't think we need to sit here crying in the dark.
Ah, well, since you have everything figured out, why don't we just party down?
Maddie Faye,
Get that Indian guy with some cheese conies and let's call a few friends.
cheese conies do sound nice.
It does, doesn't it? You smell something cooking?
Yeah.
Well, come with me to the kitchen and let's see what it is.
Me, I've got the Royals on.
Oh, just come with me.
Bad news about the boat.
Did you call Barb?
Yes,
Well, when did you call her?
this morning.
Well, what did she say?
She said she's on her way.
How's she getting here?
Her and Bill are coming.
She driving?
I doubt it.
Why?
Told her the very long way.
She bringing Jean?
I don't know.
Well, when did she say she'd be
She
here?
didn't say. She said she was on her way.
Well, what did you tell her?
I told her Dad was missing.
That's all?
Is there anything else?
What did you tell her how long you'd been missing?
5 days.
Did you tell her
I
that?
think so.
Well, what did she
She
say?
said she's on her way.
God damn it, Albert, what did she say? Was she irritated? Was she amused? Just tell me what she said.
She said she's on her way.
You're hopeless. God damn your father for putting me through this. For leaving me to handle this. You seen that office of his? All that paperwork, that mess? I can't make heads or tails of it. When you hired this Indian girl a week ago for some goddamn reason, and now I have a stranger living in my house. I don't know what to say to that girl. What's her name?
Jonna.
He's always paid the bills and made the phone calls, and now suddenly I'm supposed to handle it all. You know this house is just falling apart. Something about the foundation or the sump pump or the basement. I don't know anything about it. I can't do this by myself. I need Barb.
I don't know what Barb's gonna be able to do.
What did you do to your hair?
I straightened it.
Oh, you had it straight. Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Well, why would you do it? Why did you do it?
I just wanted to change.
You're a pretty girl. Prettiest of my 3 girls. Yet you always look like such a schlub. Why don't you wear any makeup?
Do I need makeup?
Oh, every woman needs makeup. Don't let anybody tell you different. Only woman who was pretty enough to go without makeup was Elizabeth Taylor. She wore a ton. Sit up straight. Your shoulders are slumped and your hair's all straight and you don't wear any makeup. You look like a lesbian. You're a pretty enough girl. You could get a decent man who just spruced up a bit is all I'm saying.
I'm not looking for a man.
Well, you should be. Everybody needs somebody.
I'm not looking for a man.
Look, I know that there are a lot of losers out there. Don't think that I don't know that, but just because you got a
Barry
Barry
wasn't a loser.
Oh, Barry was an asshole. And I warned you from the start, didn't I? First time you're bringing over here in his little electric car with a an orange beard and a turban.
Wasn't a turban.
I just don't understand some of the choices you make, Ivy. You're 43 years old.
44.
44 years old, and maybe you're past the point of having children. And that's all right if you don't want any, but aren't you interested in finding a husband?
A husband. And Pahuska.
You don't meet people where you live. You meet people where you work. You work at a college. Now don't tell me there are people coming in and out of that library door every day.
You want me to marry some student? Some 18-year-old boy from one of these hick towns?
There are still teachers on the Tulsa campus, aren't there? There was when your father
Barry was a teacher at TU.
Yeah, environmental studies. Barry was a loser.
He wasn't a loser.
Oh, he dumped you, didn't he? Mama.
He didn't dump me. Things just didn't work out between us.
All right. Okay, I'm sorry. I get it right. I'm sorry. But maybe it would have worked out if you weren't a little man. How many was that?
I wasn't counting.
Neither was I.
Is your mouth burning?
Like a son of a bitch. I tell you, on fire.
Are you supposed to be smoking?
Was anybody supposed to smoke?
You have cancer of the mouth.
Avi, I have enough on my plate right now without you getting on to me about my smoking.
I'm not trying to get onto you.
Then leave it alone.
Aren't you scared?
Of course, I'm scared. And you are a comfort, sweetheart. Thank God one of my girls stayed close to home. Back in my day, families stayed together.
That was a different time.
No kidding. Did you call Maddie Faye?
Aunt Maddie Faye's here.
Well, I know that dummy. Did you call
I
her?
thought you called her.
Well, maybe I did. I don't remember.
You got a lot on your mind.
He means to come in here and tell me what's what.
I don't see how Uncle Charlie puts up with her.
He smokes a lot of grass.
He does?
He smokes a lot of grass.
Did you say grass?
What do you call it?
Clapton album?
Hmm?
Eric Clapton. You got an Eric Clapton album?
I've had it forever,
I've never seen it.
and I like it. It's got a good beat. I ain't old, you know.
Where's Gene?
Smoking.
I wish you wouldn't encourage that.
I haven't encouraged anything.
I don't know, there's something a little funny about the way you say smoking, like you admire her for getting hooked at 14.
Are you ready for this?
No. No way.
Well, let's take a breath.
God damn, it's hot.
Wind.
I know it. Colorado spoiled me.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we got out of here.
No, it's not.
You think your mom finally turned on the air conditioner?
Are you kidding? Remember the parakeets?
The parakeets?
I didn't tell you about the parakeets. Well, she buys a parakeet for some insane reason, and the little fucker croaks after about 2 days. So, she goes back to the pet store, gets another parakeet. That one dies after 1 day. So, goes back to the pet store, gets another parakeet, and that one dies too. So, the chick from the pet store comes all the way out here to see what in the hell this serial parakeet killer was doing to bump off these birds.
And?
The heat. It was too hot. They were dying from the heat. I mean, these are tropical birds. They live in the fucking tropics. What were these people thinking?
What people?
The jokers who settled this place, the Germans, Dutch, and the Irish. I mean, who was the asshole who saw this hot, flat nothing and decided to plant his flag? I mean, we fucked the Indians for this?
Oh, well, the thing about genocide is, it's always a good idea.
Gotta have a little hindsight.
Anyway, if you want me to describe the creepy character of the Midwest. You're asking the wrong
Oh,
person.
please, this is not the Midwest. Michigan is the Midwest. God knows why. No, these are the plains. State of mind, right? Spiritual affliction, like the blues.
Are you okay? Oh, no, I'm fine. Just got the plane.
I don't. What? She's smoking a fucking cigar?
Hey, kiddo. You ready?
Yeah, sure.
All right, you're precious. I'm having a hot flash. All right, here goes. Mom!
We're here.
Oh my God! Go Hi, Maddie Faye.
Oh, look at you. Come here, you got that.
Hey, Charlie.
Hello, Bill. And you lost some weight.
What? You got so big.
Good to see
You.
you, Mr. Charlie.
Good to see you.
Hi, Bill.
Yeah, same here.
Oh, same here, same here.
Oh, honey, no.
It's okay, Mom. It's okay. I'm here.
Still no word?
No.
I'm here.
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Well, we can talk about that. And did you see Jean and Bill?
Oh, yes. Oh, Bill.
Oh, Violet.
I'm sorry you're going through all this.
Oh, I'm just so scared.
Of course you are.
You're too thin.
Hardly.
Oh, yes, you are. Look at you.
I know. Isn't she something else?
Look at her boobs.
Okay, we've all stared at my tits now.
So big.
Maddie Faye.
Prettiest thing. Thank you for coming to see me.
No problem.
I mean, I didn't see you up there. It looked crowded. God, you look good. Doesn't she look good, Bill?
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
I love your hair. It looks great.
Yeah, she got it straight.
I know. It looks great. Hi, Jean.
Hi.
Barbara or Bill, it doesn't matter. I want you to sort through Beverly's things, help me with some of this paperwork.
Oh, sure. I mean, we'll be here for a while.
His desk is just such a mess, and I get so confused.
I'll take care of it, Violet.
What room you in?
No, we're headed back tonight.
You're going back.
We had to, Vi. We left in such a rush. We couldn't find anyone to take care of those damn dogs.
You want to drive that hour and a half tonight?
Not the way that Charlie drives. Anyway, I know you want to spend time with these girls.
Well, can't you call someone about the dog? What about little Charles? Can't he take care of him?
I guess he could, yeah.
No, he can't either. We have to get back.
Maybe we should call him Maddie Faye.
No, we've talked about this.
I know we talked about this, but maybe
You
we
got
should call him.
all these people here, not enough beds.
Well, you can stay at Abby's.
Yeah, sure. I've got room.
We've talked about
Okay,
this.
well, you all can figure that out on your own. Mom, can Jean stay in the attic?
No, that's where what's her name lives.
Jonna. Who's Jonna?
She's the Indian who lives in my attic.
She's the what?
Hi, I'm Jonna. Welcome home.
Saturday morning, that girl, the Indian girl, made us biscuits and gravy. We ate some, and then he walked out the door. That door was right there, and that was it.
That was the last time you saw him.
I went to bed Saturday night, got up Sunday morning. No Beverly. I didn't think much of it, thought he'd just gone out on a bender.
Why would he do that? It's not like he couldn't drink at home. Unless you were on his ass about it.
I never said anything to him about his drinking. Never got on to him about it.
Really?
Really, Barbara, I swear that man could drink himself into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Are you sure that there wasn't some incident that triggered his leaving? Some event?
You mean like a fight?
Yeah.
No. I got so worried Saturday morning about the safety deposit box. Oh, we kept an awful lot of cash in that box. Some jewelry too, expensive jewelry. I had a diamond ring in there that weighs over $7,000.
Wait. I'm missing something. Why do you care about the safety deposit box?
Well, I know what you'll say about this, but your father and I had an arrangement that if something were to happen to one of us, the other would go and empty that box.
Because...
Because it gets rolled into the estate and then it goes to probate.
Right. That's right.
you are such a fucking cynic.
Well, I knew you'd disapprove.
Okay, fine. What about the safety deposit box?
Well, I had to wait until Monday morning for the bank to open so I could get into the safety deposit box. After I emptied that box, I called the police and reported him missing Monday morning.
And you're just now calling me. Today. On Thursday.
Well, I didn't call
You had Ivy call me. 5 days later.
Well, I didn't want to worry you, honey.
Jesus Christ.
So, are you sure that there wasn't anything different or unusual?
No, we fought enough. But now he just left.
Huh. Maybe he just needed some time away from you.
Oh, well, that's nice of you to say.
Hey, it's no crime. Being married's hard.
Under the best circumstances.
But nothing, no. See you later. I'm going out for a walk. Good old unfathomable dad.
Oh, that man. When I first fell in love with, was this mystery. Thought it was sexy as hell. Oh, you knew he was the smartest one in the room. Knew if he'd say something, anything, just blow you away. But no, he just stand there, little smile on his face, not say a word. Sexy.
Yeah, well, that mystery can cut both ways.
Was he acting weird?
Well, he had this girl. He didn't say anything to me about it. Just hired this girl to come and live in our house.
You don't want her here.
Well, I don't know what she's doing here. There's a stranger in my house. I've got an Indian living in my house.
You got a problem with the Indians, bud?
Well, I don't know what to say to an Indian.
They're called Native Americans now, Mom.
Who calls them that? Who makes that distinction?
It's just what they like to be called.
Well, they ain't any more native than me.
In fact, they are.
Well, what's wrong with Indian?
What's wrong with calling people what they want?
Well, why don't we just call the dinosaurs Native Americans while we're at it?
Well, she may be an Indian, but she makes the best goddamn apple pie I've ever had in my life.
It is good, isn't it?
God.
So, cook, he hired a cook. That doesn't make any sense. We don't eat.
That sounds awful.
Well, we eat cheese and saltines or a ham sandwich, but I can't tell you the last time that the stove turned on.
And now you get biscuits and gravy. Kinda nice, isn't it?
Nice for you now, but soon you'll be gone, never to return.
Mom,
When was the last time you were here?
don't get started on it.
Really, I don't even remember.
I am very dutiful, Mom. I call, I write, I send
You
presents.
do not
I send
lie.
presents on birthdays and Mother's Day.
Because you're dutiful.
Don't quote me.
Alright now.
You're grown up. Grown up, you go where you want.
I have a lot of obligations. I have a daughter about to start high school in a couple of years.
Oh, that's right. Last time I seen her, she's in grade school.
I won't talk about this.
I don't care about you two really, but I would like to see my granddaughter every now and again.
Well, you're seeing her now.
But your father, you broke his heart when you moved away.
That is wildly unfair.
Am I gonna have to separate you two?
You know you're Beverly's favorite. Don't even act like you don't know that.
I don't want to know that. I prefer to think that my parents loved all their children equally.
Well, I'm sure you'd think that Santa Claus brought you presents on Christmas too, but that just isn't so. If you had more than one child, you know that a parent always has favorites. Maddie Faye was mother's favorite. Big deal, I got used to it. You were your father's favorite.
Great. Thanks.
Broke his heart.
What was I supposed to do? I mean, Colorado offered Bill twice the amount of money he was making at TU.
Why are we even getting
And
into
they
this?
offered me a job too. Daddy knew we had to take those jobs. You think he wouldn't have jumped at the chance Bill got?
Now that's where you're wrong. You would have never gotten Beverly Weston out of Oklahoma, and don't think he didn't have his opportunities after Meadowlark came out.
I'm sure.
Yeah, after Meadowlark came out, he got offers from everywhere in the country. Much better places in Colorado.
Now you want to knock Colorado.
Well, it isn't hard to.
Please.
Daddy's book came out 40 years ago. Academia's changed since then. It's gotten a lot more competitive.
Oh, please, tell me all about academia.
Daddy gave me his blessing and I didn't even ask for it. That's what he told you. Now you're gonna tell me the true story. Some awful shit Daddy said behind my back.
You know,
Beverly
Beverly's a
didn't
little on
say
edge
stuff
here.
behind your back. He's just disappointed in you because he said it.
Is that supposed to be a comment on Bill? Daddy never said anything like that to you.
He thought you had talent as a writer.
If he thought that, and I doubt he did, he was wrong. Besides, what does it matter? It's my life, I can do what I want. So he was disappointed in me because I settled for a beautiful family and a teaching career. What a load of absolute horseshit.
Oh, horseshit! Horseshit! That's all. Say horseshit. Say horseshit, Bill.
Are you high?
No.
No, are you high? I mean literally, you're on something?
A muscle relaxer.
Listen, I'm not going through this again.
Oh, go through what?
These fucking pills.
They're muscle relaxers.
I'm not going through this again with you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The psych ward calls at 3 a.m. about people in
You're
your backyard.
so
The
much
police,
drama.
all of it. You do know what I'm
Ah,
talking
yeah,
about.
the
You
admin.
spent a goddamn fortune on these fucking pills, and you spent another fortune getting off
It's
them.
different. I didn't have a reason then.
So now it's okay to be hooked. Because you have a
I'm
reason.
not hooked on anything.
I don't know if you are or not. I'm saying I'm not going through this again with you.
I'm not. I'm in pain.
Because of your mouth?
Yes, because of my mouth. Burns from the chemotherapy.
Are you in a lot of pain?
Yes, I'm in pain. Because I got cancer in my mouth. And it burns like a bullshit. And now Beverly's missing and you're here yelling at me.
I'm not yelling at you.
You could come home when I got cancer, but as soon as Beverly's gone, you just run.
You're right. I'm sorry. Sorry. You know where I think he is? I think he got some whiskey and a carton of cigarettes and some good spy novels. And I think he got out on the boat, steered it into a nice spot, somewhere in the shade, near the shore. And he's fishing and drinking. If the mood strikes him, maybe even writing a little bit. I think he's safe. And I think he's gonna walk through that door anytime.
Hi. Hello. Am I bothering you? No. Do you need something? No. I was just wondering if you'd like to smoke a bowl with me. No. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Am I bothering you? No. Okay. Do you mind if I smoke a bowl? No, because there's really no place I can go, you know, and staying right by Grandma's room, and if I go outside, they're gonna wonder. Right. Mom and Dad don't mind. You're not gonna get in trouble or anything.
Okay.
You sure? I say they don't mind. If they knew I stuck this bud under the cup of Dad's deodorant bottle before our flight and then sat there sweating like in that movie, Maria Full of Grace. Did you see that?
I don't think so.
I just mean they don't mind that I smoke pot. Dad doesn't. Mom kind of does. She thinks it's bad for me. I think the real reason is because Dad smokes pot too and she wishes he didn't. Dad's much cooler than Mom, really. Well, that's not true. He's just cooler in that way, I guess. You sure?
Yes. No. I'm fine.
No. He's really not cooler. He and Mom are separated right now.
I'm sorry.
He's fucking one of his students, which is pretty uncool if you ask me. Some people may think it's cool like those dicks he teaches with in the humanities department, because they're all fucking their students or wish they were fucking their students. Lolita! I mean, I don't care. He can fuck whoever he wants to, and he's a teacher, and that's who teachers mean. Students. I just wish he wasn't such a turd the way he went about it and didn't give Mom a chance to respond or anything. What sucks now is just Mom's watching me like a hawk, like I'm gonna have some post-divorce freak out and become some heroin addict or shoot everybody at school or, God forbid, lose my virginity. I don't know what it is about Dad splitting that put Mom on Hymen patrol. Do you have a boyfriend?
Not at the moment, no.
Me neither. I did go with this boy named Josh for like almost a year, but he's retarded. Are your parents still together?
They passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Oh, fuck no, I'm really sorry. I feel fucking terrible now.
It's okay.
Oh my God. Okay. Were you close with them?
Yeah.
Wow. Another stupid question there, Jean. Like, are you close with your parents?
Not everyone is.
Yeah. Right. So that's what I meant. Thanks. This is them?
Their wedding picture.
That's sweet. Their costumes are fantastic. Wow, this is a great room. Very Night of the Hunter. This used to be my room when we come and stay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I don't care. It's just a room. What are you reading?
T.S. Eliot.
That's cool.
Your grandfather loaned it to me.
Grandpa's weird. Mom freaked when she got the call from Ivy this morning. Just like, freaked. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't get her to calm down. It was weird. I guess it wasn't weird that she freaked out, but to see your mom freak like that, like you've never seen before, you know? And we're real close. Did you ever see your parents freak out?
They weren't really the type.
Yeah, right? So imagine you did one day see them like totally lose their shit, just like, whoa. I like your necklace.
Thank you.
Did you make it?
My grandma.
It's a turtle, right? Feels like there's something in it.
My umbilical cord.
Ew, are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's kind of gross.
It's not unsanitary.
Why would you do that? Is it some kind of...
It's a Cheyenne tradition.
You're Cheyenne? So like in that movie Powwow Highway. Did you see that?
When a Cheyenne baby is born, their umbilical cord is dried and sent into a little pouch. Turtles for girls, lizards for boys. And we wear it for the rest of our lives.
Wow.
Because if we take it off, our souls belong nowhere. And after we die, our souls wander the earth looking for where we belong.
Don't say anything about Mom and Dad splitting, okay? They're trying to keep it kind of low-key.
Look at what I found! Isn't that great?
We have copies.
I don't think I remember a hardback edition. I forgot there was ever a time where they published poetry in hardback. Hell, I forgot that was the time when they ever published poetry.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep in this heat.
I wonder if this is worth anything.
I'm sure it's not.
You never know. First edition, hardback, mint condition, Academy of Fellowship, Wallace Stevens Award. That's right, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
This book was a big deal.
It wasn't that big a deal.
In those circles, it was.
Small circles.
Dedicated to my Violet. That's nice. Christ. I can't imagine the type of pressure he must have felt after this came out. Probably every word he wrote after this, he had to be thinking, what are they going to say about this? Are they going to compare it to Mental Work?
Did you go to bed?
Yeah, she just turned out the light. You would think, though, at some point, you would just say to hell with it. And you write something anyway. And who cares what they have to say about it? I mean, I don't know myself.
Will you please shut up about the fucking book?
What was that?
You are just dripping with envy over these 30 poems that my father wrote back in the 60s, for God's sake. I mean, do you hear yourself?
You're mistaken. I have a great admiration for these poems. not envy.
Reciting his list of awards.
I was merely talking about its value.
My father didn't write anymore for a lot of reasons, but critical opinion was not one of them. Hard as that may be for you to believe, I know how important that stuff is to you.
Why are you attacking me? I haven't done anything.
Oh. I bet that's what you tell Sissy, too. She can comfort you, reassure you. No, Billy, you haven't done anything.
Why are you even bringing that up? What does she have to do with anything?
They're all symptoms of your male menopause. Whether it's you struggling with the creative question or screwing a girl who still wears a retainer.
Alright, look, I'm here for you because I want to be with you in a difficult time. But I'm not going to be held hostage in this room just so you can attack me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hold you hostage. You should really go then.
I'm not going anywhere. I flew to Oklahoma to be here with you, and now you're stuck with me. And her name is Sydney.
I know her stupid name! At least do me the courtesy of knowing when I'm demeaning you.
Violet really has a way of putting you in a tackle, you know it?
She doesn't have anything to do with it.
Don't you believe it? You feel so much rage for her that you can't help but dishing in my
I swear to God, you psychoanalyze me right now, I skin you.
You may not agree with me, but you know I'm right.
Your methods. Thank you, doctor. But I don't need any help from my mother to feel rage.
You want to argue? Is that what you need to do? Well, go ahead and pick a subject, all right? And let me know what it is so I can have a fighting
The
chance.
subject is me! I am the subject, you narcissistic motherfucker! I'm in pain. I need help.
I've caught to being a narcissist. We're products of a narcissistic generation.
You can't do it, can you? You can't talk about me for 2 seconds.
You called me a narcissist! And when I try to talk about you, you accuse me of psychoanalyzing you.
You do realize that it hurts to go from sleeping in a bed with you for 23 years to sleeping by myself.
And I'm here now.
Men always say shit like that. As if the past and the future don't exist.
Can we not turn this into a gender
Do
discussion?
men really believe that here and now is enough? It's just horseshit to avoid talking about the things they're afraid to say.
I'm not necessarily keen on the notion of saying things that will hurt your feelings.
Like what?
Don't.
What? Say it. You must know there's nothing you can say to me now that could hurt me any more than I'm already hurting. The damage is done.
I think you're wrong. I think you get in this masochistic frame of mind that actually desires me to
Or
hurt.
what?
Barbara, please. We have enough on our hands right now with your parents. Let's not revisit all this.
Revisit. When did we visit this to begin with? You pulled the rug out from under me. I still don't know what happened. Do I bore you? Intimidate you?
disgust you? Or is this really just about the pleasures of young flesh? Teenage pussy! I really need to know!
You need to know now! You want to have this discussion with Beverly missing. Your mother crazy as a loon, and I've done her 20 feet away! You need to know now?
No. You're right. I'll just hunker down for a cozy night's sleep next to my husband.
This discussion deserves our care and patience. We'll both be in a better frame of mind once your fathers come home.
My father's dead, Bill.
Excuse me, it's Jonna.
What?
Excuse me.
What is it?
The sheriff is here.
Turn on the light.
The sheriff is here. Should I wake Mrs. Weston?
I don't know, Bill.
Yeah, you better get her up.
What's going on?
The sheriff's here.
What?
Go back to bed, honey.
Why are the police here?
I don't know, sweetheart. Please go back to bed.
Mrs. Weston? Mrs. Weston!
Mom! Mom, wake up! Huh? The sheriff is here. You need to wake up.
Did you call him?
No!
I think you called him.
Mom, the sheriff is here. You need to wake up and come outside.
Aunt Esther.
What? Come on.
Aunt Esther, bro.
What?
Come on, just leave her there. Go for him. Barbara's husband. Hello. Hi, Barbara.
God, I know you. Oh my God, Dion.
Yes, ma'am. I'm afraid I have some bad news for you folks.
Okay.
We found your father. He's dead.
Oh, dear God.
I'm sorry.
What happened?
Well, we got a call from the lake patrol a few hours ago that Mr. Weston's boat was found washed up on a sandbar. We were planning to drag that lake this morning around that area, southeast, when we got another call. A couple of boys running jug lines hooked Mr. Weston and reeled him up.
Now, at this time of night.
These guys run those lines early.
And he drowned. That's how he died, from drowning.
Yes, sir.
Is there any possibility that it's not him?
Given the proximity of the boat to where the body was found, we're pretty sure it's Mr. Weston.
Okay. All right. What do we do? What happens now?
I need a relative to come with me, positively identify the body.
To your station house.
No, sir, he's still asleep.
Oh, God. I don't think I can do this.
I'll go. Can I go? Can I do it?
I need a blood relative, but if Barbara's the one to go, I suggest you come along.
Bill, I don't think I can do it.
Honey, what choice do we have?
I can go. I'm a blood relative.
No. I'll go. I will.
Can we have a minute?
Yes, sir. Barbara, I'm so sorry. This is the hardest part of my job, and to do it for someone you know, I'm very sorry.
What do you want to do about your mother?
Fuck it. Go put some clothes on.
I'll be right up. Gene, go help your mother, okay? Is there any way to determine? I mean, was this an accident or a suicide?
There's really no way to tell.
I mean, what is your guess? What do you think happened?
Suicide. I would guess suicide, but the official cause of death is drowning, and that's the extent of it.
I understand.
I would prepare your wife if you can.
Prepare her?
What happens to a body? It's very bloated. It's an ugly color, and fish have eaten out the eyes.
Right. How does a person just jump in the water and choose not to swim?
I don't think they do unless they really mean business.
Choose not to swim.
What about Aunt Ivy?
We'll have to go and tell her on our way back. Christ, I need to call Karen too. Why the fuck am I brushing my hair? I used to date that boy down there. That man,
What man?
the sheriff,
You did?
back in high school. He was my prom date.
You're kidding.
The day of the prom, his dad got drunk, stole his car, went somewhere, Mexico, stole his own son's car, and Dion showed up at the door with this awful tuxedo. I could tell he'd been crying. He confessed he didn't have a way to take me to prom. So I told him we walked 3 miles. I broke a heel. We both got sweaty and dirty. We gave up. I bought a 6-pack, broke into the chapel. Stayed up all night, talking, kissing. And now he's here telling me, God, it's just surreal. Thank God we can't see the future. We never get out of bed. Listen, die after me, all right? I don't care what else you do, how you screw up your life, where you go, just survive. Outlive me, please.
I'll try my best.
Are you ready?
Give me a second.
Here's a story.
Hello, Violet.
Riley's back.
Beg your pardon?
We did some barely come home. Gotta see some sixes. Oh, in a art text, I'm in the bottom of them. Is the bottom of them all. stopped. Emily Dickinson's all I've got. Something, something. The horse's heads were towards eternity. One for me. Just one. Dedicated to my body. Put that one in marble. For the girls, God love them. That's all I can dedicate to you. Sorry to say. Besides them, not one thing. No thing. You think I'll weep for you? Think I'll play that part like we played all the others? No! This is your doing. You did this. You paid for it. Not me. Not me. This is not mine.
The present, here and now. I think I spent so much time in that bed, pretending, asking who my husband would be, you know. Would he be, would I marry a lawyer or a football player? Things like, would he be good looking and broad-haired and dark-haired and broad-shouldered? I spent so much time in that bedroom upstairs pretending my pillow was my husband, and I'd ask him about his day at work and how things were at the office, and did he like the dinner I made for him, and where we were vacationing that winter, and he'd surprise me with tickets to Belize, and then we'd kiss. I mean, I'd kiss my pillow. I'd make out with my pillow. And then I'd tell him I'd been to the doctor that morning and found out I was pregnant. I know it sounds pathetic, but it was innocent enough. And then real life takes over, because it always does. And you just realize that life turns out differently than you'd planned. I mean, that pillow was a better husband than any real man I've ever met. This parade of men fails to live up to expectations, all of them so much less than Daddy. Or Bill. You know, I always envy you for finding Bill. And you punish yourself. Tell yourself it's your fault you can't find a good one, when in reality, you've only deluded yourself into thinking they're better than they really are. I don't know how well you remember Andrew.
Oh, no, I remember.
That's the best example. Here's a guy I loved so intensely. All the things he did wrong were just opportunities for me to make things right. So if he cheated on me, or called me a cunt, I would say, no, you love him. You love him. And this is an opportunity to change the way you view the world. And I don't really know when the precise moment was that I looked in the mirror and went, okay, moron, and just walked out. But it kicked off this whole period of reflection. I got swamped in this sticky recollection. And you're trying to move forward, but you're suspended there. And you realize you can't move forward because you're too busy looking backwards. I mean, years of punishment, of self-loathing. And that's when I got into all those books and discussion groups.
Yeah, and like Scientology too, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then, you know, one day I threw it all out and I said, no, it's me. It's just me. And all I need is my music on the stereo and my glass of wine in my hand and bloomers my cat, and I can get by with just me. And I got my license, threw myself into my work. I sold a lot of houses. So yeah, that's how I met Steve.
Oh.
That's how it happens, of course, you know. You only find it when you're not really looking for it. You just turn around and, oh, there it is. And the things you thought were so important just aren't important at all anymore. I mean, when I made out with my pillow, I did not imagine Steve. You know, here he is, this country club, chamber of commerce kind of guy, 10 years older than me, but a thinker. And he's been around, and he's so good. And he's good for me, and he's good to me.
That's
And it's because he has this great business, and he's not afraid to make his ideas realities, you know? He's not afraid of doing. I think men on the whole are a lot better at that than women, don't you? Just doing. Just jumping in and doing. Right or wrong, we'll figure out what it means all later. Just, and the best thing about it for me is that I focus now. My life, my world, it's now. Who cares about the past, the way I thought, the things I did? I won't go back there. I focus now. And you can't plan for the future. Because once you do, something terrible happens. Oh, something happens. Something like
Like your father drowning himself.
yeah. Exactly. You can't plan for that. There's no contingency in that. You just have to take it as it is, here and now. Steve had a really important business meeting this morning, and it was with some government bigwigs, and it's a presentation he's been working on for months, and it was actually going to be really good for his business. But when we got the call about Daddy, he canceled his meeting so that we could be here. He has his priorities straight. Do you know what the kicker is?
Do you know what the kicker is?
What's the kicker?
We're going to Belize on our honeymoon.
Sorry, hot flash.
I mean, I never even told him about my little Belize fantasy. He just up and surprised me with tickets for after the wedding.
God, that smells good. What are we having?
Baked chicken, fried potatoes, green bean casserole, some greens.
Did Maddie Faye bring her green bean casserole?
Oh, I don't know. Should I not have made it?
No, it's good you did. Hers is inedible.
Can you believe that about Belize?
That's terrific.
I know you only just met him, but did you get a read off of him? Did you like him?
We said 2 words to each other.
I still got a feel for him, didn't you? Did you get a feel for him?
He seems really nice,
Oh,
sweetheart,
he
but it
is.
doesn't matter what I think about him. I mean, I'm not the one marrying him.
Oh, but you'll come to the wedding, won't you?
What is it?
New Year's. One of the reasons we chose New Year's is because I know you and Bill would have a break from school, and it's really important to me that you're there.
In Sarasota, right?
Miami? Did you know I moved to Miami?
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
Yes,
Right.
I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm really happy. I've been unhappy for most of my life, my adult life. I doubt you were aware. And I know we've grown apart as sisters, you, me, and Ivy. And maybe we're not as close as some families.
We need to talk about Mom. What to do about
But
Mom.
I think at least one reason for that is because I haven't wanted to live my unhappiness in full view of my family. And now, well, I'm just really happy. And I was hoping maybe to get to know you a little better.
Okay, yes. Christ, where are they with the wine?
Oh, that's Steve doesn't know a soul here, but yet he jumped right in the car with Bill and Jean to go get wine. He's practically family.
I really don't want to.
Oh, come on. It won't kill you to try it on.
Oh, this is
I find this all intended morbid, quite frankly. And I'm not prepared to look at all these photographs right now.
This is a beautiful dress, and it's very modern.
It's not my style, Mom.
where was this taken?
You don't have a style. That's the whole point. New York City. Oh, that was from the first book tour. New
You
York.
mean I don't have your style? I have a style of my own.
New York City, 1964.
Honey, you wore a suit to your father's funeral. A woman doesn't wear
God,
suits
you're
to a
weird.
funeral.
It's a black suit.
You look like a magician's assistant.
You know?
Charles has been talking about moving to New York.
Why do you feel it's
Can you
necessary?
picture that?
I don't discourage you.
He wouldn't last a day, Nancy. They're
Why
too
do you-
apart.
Why do you feel it's
I
necessary?
can kill that kid.
Why do you feel it's necessary to insult me?
Oh, stop being so sensitive.
He overslept for my brother-in-law's funeral. A noon service.
I'm sure there's more to the story than that.
You should stop making excuses for him. That's what Charlie does. Has always done. Oh, la-di-da, he overslept. I'll go pick him up at the bus station.
You're so hard on him.
The boy's 37 years old and can't drive.
You
Who
believe-
can't
I'm
drive?
thinking you're being a little hard.
I've seen a chimp drive.
Now, will you take off that cheap suit and try this on for me, please?
Cheap? Did you just call this cheap?
Is this the kind of thing you had in mind, God?
sideboard for the meal, so it should be something we easily recognize.
You mean something big?
Yeah, I have a frame we could.
This is the most expensive type of clothing I own.
Well, I don't see what difference that makes. How much you paid for it. Suit of armor is expensive too, but that doesn't make it appropriate.
Well, this one's big, but it's of the two of you.
Why are you getting rid of your clothes?
Do you mind if it's of the two
All
of you?
this shit's going. I'm downgrading.
Downgrading.
Downsizing. I'm downsizing.
Wow, do you think this?
I'm serious. This is all gold. I don't plan to walk around and look at what used to be. No, I want all that shit in the office gone. I want all these clothes that I'm never gonna wear gone. I want it all gone. I mean, look at these fucking shoes. Can you picture me in these? Can you imagine anything less attractive? My swollen ankles and varicose veins and my toenails. Good God, anymore they could dig through cement.
Is this the idea?
Oh, look at me. Look at me.
You look beautiful, Mom.
I was beautiful. Not anymore.
Oh, now.
You're still beautiful.
No, that's one of those lies that we tell us to give us comfort. But don't you believe it? Women are beautiful when they're young and not after. Men can still preserve their sex appeal well into old age. And I ain't talking about those men with the shorts and those little purses around their waist. No. Some men can maintain, if they embrace it, bragginess, wearing masculinity. Women just get old and fat and wrinkled. I beg your pardon. Well, think about what makes a young woman sexy. Think about the last time you went to the mall and saw some sweet little guy and thought she's a cute trick. What makes her that way? Taut skin, firm boobs, and an ass above her knees.
I am still very sexy, thank you very much.
You're about as sexy as a wet cardboard box, Matty Faye. You and me both. Don't kid yourself. Look, can we all just stop kidding ourselves? Can we just stop lying about these things and tell the truth? Women aren't sexy when they're old. I can live with that. And you live with that.
I can live with that, but I disagree. What about Sophia Loren or Lena Horne? She stayed sexy until she was about 80.
The world is round, get over it. Now try on this dress.
I'm sorry, I won't.
Bobby.
You're just getting stupid now.
Oh, come on now. You don't know how to attract a man. I do this. It's something
It's
you
a
do.
funeral. We just got to bury my father. I'm not trying to attract anyone.
Well, I'm not talking about today, dummy. This is something you can wear.
All right, I have a man. All right, I have a man.
You told me you weren't looking for
And
a
I'm
man.
not, because I have one, okay? Now leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
I wish you two could just look at the brain-sick look on your faces.
Who is it?
Nobody forget it.
Oh, come on, I just want to know.
I'm not talking about this.
Ivan, please tell us.
No.
I mean, is he someone from school? I mean,
Oh,
how old is
just tell me you're not back with loser Barry.
Not Barry.
Thank you, Jesus.
he? You have to tell us, son of a...
No, I really don't.
Are you in love, Ivy?
No maintaining counts offshore just until we get approval.
To get around approval.
To get around approval until we get approval. You see, there's lots of red tape, lots of bureaucracy. I don't know how much you know about Florida politics.
Only what I read.
Right. And this business in particular, you know, it's a
I'm
certain.
sorry. Oh, what business is this again?
You know, it's essentially security work. There was a situation in the Middle East where it's perpetually dangerous and just a tremendous amount of money involved.
Security work. So like, mercenary.
Give me the wine.
I think of it more as missionary instead of mercenary.
Is this what you were in such a hurry to get home for?
Yeah.
What is on TV that is so
Phantom of the
important?
Opera 1925 Lon Chaney.
Oh, cool. Jesus Christ. Gene, you can get it at any video store.
No, but they're showing it with the scene in color restored.
No kidding. Oh, what's that scene again, sweetie? The masked ball?
Yeah.
Let me make sure I got this. When you threw a fit about going to the store with your father, hey! Look at me! And you were so very distraught over the start time of your grandpa's funeral. Was this your concern? Getting back here in time to watch Phantom of the fucking Opera?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, take those again.
No, I got you. I got it. Movie buff?
Yeah.
Right. Me too. You ever seen this?
Mm-hmm.
It's a great one. You know Channing designed his own makeup?
I know.
Apparently very painful. He ran these fish lines from up on
Yeah,
his
I
nostrils.
know.
You see any of the remakes?
I saw the one with Claude Rains.
Pretty bad, right? Ooh, Phantom's queer now. That's a problem.
I don't remember it so hot. I was just a kid.
Well, you're not a kid anymore, I guess.
What?
I said, you're not a kid anymore, I guess.
No, I mean, yeah.
How old are you? About 17?
15.
15, right, 15. Yeah, that's no kid. That's no kid. You know what I was doing when I was 15?
What?
Cattle processing. Do you know what that is?
It doesn't sound good.
Slaughterhouse sanitation. Slaughterhouse sanitation.
That's disgusting.
I don't recommend it, but hey, put food on the table. Do you get it? Hey now, what's that smell?
Food from the kitchen?
No, that's not what I'm smelling.
What are you doing?
Do I smell what I think I smell?
What do you smell?
What do you think I smell?
I think you smell food from the kitchen.
Guess again.
What are you doing?
Is that pot?
I don't know.
Do you smoke pot?
No.
I mean, you can tell me.
No.
No? Is it getting hot here or is it just me?
It's hot.
You're hot?
Yeah.
How hot are you?
Really hot.
Really hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a little dope smoker, aren't you? Well, you're in luck because I happen to have some pretty tasty shit because I happen to have some really good connects and I can hook you up.
Are you serious? Because I just smoked my last bowl and I really need to get fucked up.
What?
I really need to get fucked up.
You what?
Fucked up.
What? You the fuck what?
You're bad.
I'm just goofing with you. Oh, hi, sweetheart. Oh,
What are you doing?
I'm just goofing with your niece. Oh,
I think we're getting ready to eat.
oh, right. I am starving.
Did you remember to get cigarettes?
Ah, damn it. Didn't I ask you about forgetting something? I knew I was forgetting something.
I'll have to borrow from Mama.
I have cigarettes.
You have cigarettes?
Camelites.
That's our brand.
Gee, honey, you're too young to smoke.
Yeah. Hey now, she's no
Can we
kid.
borrow a couple cigarettes?
Never.
Hey now, don't encourage
Oh, hush. Thanks. Honey. Now, stop smoking. Hi, Poodle.
Hey, baby.
Hi, Poodle.
Hey, baby.
Let's go outside. I'm going to show you our old fort. The air does not move in here.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. I'll hook you up later. The air does not move here.
Oh, stop apologizing to me and comb your hair.
I know Mom's mad at me.
Don't worry about her.
What'd she say?
You know your mother. She says what she says.
I set the alarm. I did.
I know you did.
I wanted to be there.
You're here now.
I love Uncle Bev. You know that.
It's okay.
The power must have gone out. I woke up and the clock was blinking noon. That means the power went out, right?
Stop apologizing.
I missed his funeral.
Oh, it's a ceremony. It's ceremonial. It doesn't mean anything compared to what you have in your heart.
Uncle Bev must be disappointed in me.
Oh, your Uncle Bev has got bigger and better things to worry about. He doesn't have time for spite. Besides, he wasn't that kind of man anyway. Well, Charles, it's okay. It's okay.
It's just, I know how things are. I know how they feel about me, and something like this, you want to be there for people, and I missed Uncle Bev's funeral, and I know how they feel about me.
Who? How who feels about you? Feels what about you?
All of them. I know what they say.
They don't say things about you.
I see how things are. I don't blame them. Sorry I let you down, Dad.
Hey, you haven't let me down. You never let me down. Some of these people, they just haven't gotten a chance to see what I see. A fine, decent, caring young man with a good heart. Now give me my coat. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go in there, gonna stand up straight, gonna look folks in the eye, gonna stop being so hard on yourself.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, son.
Jean doesn't understand all this. You think she has any concept
Phantom of the Opera.
Do you remember what it was like when you were 14?
She's old enough to exhibit a little character. Then I guess that's something you normally learn from your parents.
That's the shot across my bow, right? I missed something.
Really, instilling character, our burden as parents.
Oh no, I got that part.
And we haven't been much of a parent lately, so it's tough to expect.
Just because you and I are dealing with this Gordian knot doesn't make me any less of a fuck.
Nice. Gordian knot. Her little 14-year-old self might view it differently. Might consider it abandonment.
Oh, come on.
Maybe she views her father as absent. Maybe not present. Perhaps even a son of a bitch.
Jean is a little more sophisticated than that, don't you think?
Pretty fucking sophisticated. The restored whatever, a Phantom of the Opera. I know that makes your dick hard. Some shit.
I'm not defending her.
I'm not blaming her. I don't
I'm
expect her to act
not
any differently from her
fighting
father, the
my
selfish son of a bitch.
father.
Be a father! Help me!
I am her father, god damn it!
Her father in absentia. Her father in name only.
I have not forsook my responsibilities.
Actually, it's forsaken, big shot.
Actually, forsook is also an acceptable usage.
Forsook you and the horse you rode in.
So we fought on your terms then. On topic one moment, and a whimsical insult the next, all when it suits you.
We covered this in year 3, Bill. You're the master of space and time, and I'm a spastic Pomeranian.
That's not fair.
I'm sick of being fair. I've seen where being fair gets me. I'm sick of this whole notion of the enduring female. Grow up! Because while you're going through your 5th puberty, the world is falling apart and I can't handle it. More importantly, your kid can't handle it.
Our kid is trying to deal with this goddamn madhouse that you dragged her into.
This madhouse is my home.
Think about that statement for a second, why don't you?
Jean is here with me because this is a family event.
Jean is just here with you because she's a buffer between you and the shrill insanity of your mother.
You know, you'd have a lot more credibility if you had any credibility.
You just can't resist it, can you?
You're pretty easy.
You're so goddamn self-righteous, you know?
Surely you must have known when you started porking Pippi Longstocking. You were due for some self-righteousness, just a smidgen of indignation.
Maybe my foot because of it!
Is this your confession? When you finally unload all?
You're thoughtful, Barb. But you're not open. You're passionate, but you're hard. You're a good, decent, funny, wonderful woman, and I love you. But you're a pain in the ass!
Dinner's ready!
He's here now, and that's all that matters. Honey, the boy is trying to tell you that he's sorry. Can we not have this? I'll get it now. You're right! Let's eat!
Did I hear little Charles? Who is that with Gene at the kids' table? Do you know where he is?
He's gonna know you're trying to punish him.
Mom's not the one calling up my ass.
Never mind. Just wash up for dinner.
Washed up, I'm not performing surgery.
Hey,
Hi.
are you okay?
Not really.
They said you overslept.
I don't know. Maybe I purposely accidentally overslept. I don't know. I'm so sorry.
Please,
I know you've had one of the worst days of your life, and I'm just sorry.
stop. You don't have to do that with each other.
You're breaking our rule.
They're on to us.
What?
Not us, just me. I told him I was seeing someone. I didn't tell him who. I just thought you should know in case there were any questions.
All right. I mentioned New York to Mom. Only that I was considering the move.
She told me.
She was typically approving, I bet.
But you know what? It helps letting them know piece by piece. What? Charles?
I adore you.
This food's going to get cold.
I'll eat some of that
Come on, let's
casserole.
eat. My casserole's coming.
I'll eat some of your casserole too.
Can I pour anyone some wine?
Oh, yes, please.
Yes. Oh, there he is. I wanted to put you at the kids' table, but they wouldn't let me.
Well, I've been fine. Where do you want this?
Anywhere's fine.
All right, nobody's hurt.
What about me? I'm hurt.
You're not hurt.
It's just an accident.
That's my casserole.
Settle down, Maddie Faye.
It's not a party until someone spills something, right?
Oh, Gene, it looks like you didn't get any chicken.
I don't eat meat.
You don't eat meat. Don't eat meat, okay?
Good for you.
Who else wants chicken? Little Charles, make sure you get some chicken.
Ow, just put on his plate right. He's loud with burning house down.
All right, Maddie Faye.
Barbara, will you put this?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's nice, yes.
The table looks lovely.
Jonna did it all.
Yay, Jonna!
I see you gentlemen have all stripped down to your shirt fronts. I thought we were having a funeral dinner, not a cockfight. Well, someone should probably say grace, Barbara, will you?
Oh, I don't think.
Oh, come on now, it's no big deal.
Uncle Charlie should say grace. I mean, he's the patriarch around here now.
I am?
By default.
Hey. Dear Lord, we ask that you watch over this family in this sad time. Oh, Lord. We ask that you watch over this good woman here and keep her in your grace.
I gotta take this. Okay. Sorry, excuse me. Take that.
Keep going.
We ask that you watch over Beverly too as he makes his journey. We thank thee, O Lord, that we are able to pay tribute to this fine man in his house with his family and his 3 beautiful daughters. We thank thee, O Lord, for our fellowship, togetherness, our fellowship. We thank thee, O Lord, for the food and that it replenishes our bodies with nourishment. We recognize now more than ever the joy, nay, the power of family. And we ask that you keep us all in your grace. Amen.
Let's eat.
Barbara, you got any interest in that sideboard?
Huh?
That sideboard there, you got any use in that?
No. I mean, why?
Well, I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff, and I thought you might want that sideboard.
Oh, no, I wouldn't have a way to get that back to Boulder.
Maybe I'll be able to take it.
No, remember how one like that just right.
What all are you getting rid of?
Oh, look, I'm clearing all this stuff out of here. I want to have a brand new everything.
I guess I'm just not really prepared to talk about your stuff.
Suit yourself.
Well, this food is just spectacular, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you like your food, Mom?
I haven't tried much of it yet.
Jonna cooked this whole meal by herself.
What?
I said Jonna cooked this whole meal.
What's what you paid for? You all did know she's getting paid, right?
So, G, I'm curious. When you say you don't eat meat,
Yeah?
you don't eat meat of any kind,
Right.
and is that for health reasons
When you
or?
eat meat, you're ingesting an animal's fear.
It's just what? It's fur?
Fear!
Oh, I thought
It's fear. And how do you do that? You can't eat fear.
Sure you can. I mean, even if you don't sort of think of it spiritually, what happens to you when you feel afraid? Doesn't your body produce all sorts of chemical reactions?
Does it?
Yeah. Because your body goes through this whole chemical process when it experiences fear.
Yep, of course.
Particularly like strong mortal fear. You know, when you sweat and your heart races.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think an animal experiences fear?
You bet it does.
So when you eat meat, you're eating all that fear it experienced when it was being slaughtered to make food.
Wow.
Right. See, I used to work in a processing factory, and there was a bunch of fear flying around our place.
God, you mean I've been eating fear 3 times a day for what, 60 years?
This one won't have anything unless there's meat in it.
Guess it was just the way I was raised, but it doesn't feel like a real meal unless there's some meat somewhere.
If I make a pasta dish of some kind, you're like, oh, that's good for an appetizer. Now where's the meat?
Where's the meat? Isn't that TV commercial? The lady goes, where's the meat?
Oh, peanuts.
Where's the meat? Where's the meat? Where's the meat?
I sure thought the services were lovely.
Oh, yes.
The preacher did a fine job.
I give it
Really? Oh, great. Now we get dramatic criticism.
Well, I would have preferred an open casket.
That just wasn't possible, Mom.
At today's send-off, Bear should have gotten it if it died around 1974. Lots of talk about poetry, teaching. We hadn't written any poetry to speak of since 65, and didn't like teaching worth a damn. Nobody talked about the good stuff. Man was a world-class alcoholic for more than 50 years. Oh, they didn't tell that story where he got wrangled into giving a speech at a TU alumni dinner. He drank a whole bottle of rum. Rum, Buckcore, white rum. I don't know, I remember that. And he got up to give his speech, and he fouled himself.
You know, I don't know much about poetry, but I thought his poems were extraordinary, and Bill, you did a fine job.
Thank you.
Who are you?
Mom, this is my fiance, Steve. I introduced you at the church.
Steve Howdegreg.
I'm the what?
Howdegreg.
How to burn? German! You're a German.
German, Irish.
That's peculiar of you, Karen, to bring a date to your father's funeral. I know the poetry is good, but I don't really consider it date material.
Jesus! He's not a date. He's my fiance. We're getting married on New Year's.
Yeah, these potatoes
In
are.
Miami. I hope you can make it.
Well, I don't really see that happening. Do you? Steve. That's right. Steve.
Yes, ma'am.
You ever been married before?
That's personal.
I don't mind. Yes, ma'am, I have.
More than once?
Well, 3 times actually. 3 times before this.
You should pretty much have it down by now then.
Right.
I had that one pegged from the start, didn't I? Oh, you can just tell he's been married before.
I went and showed Steve our old fort, and it's gone.
That's been gone for years now.
What made me so sad?
What is this now?
It's our old fort where we used to play cowboys and Indians.
The days that rats were in there.
Shame on you! Don't you know you're not supposed to say cowboys and Indians? It's cowboys and Native Americans, right, Barb?
What did you take?
Huh?
What did you take? What pills did you take?
Oh, leave me alone.
I just got a big bout of beer. I am shaking in my boots. Beer never tasted so good.
It's pretty good once you get used to the taste.
Hey, I catch her eating a cheeseburger every now and
No,
again.
you do not.
Oh, double cheeseburger with bacon,
You're
extra
such a
cheese.
liar. You know, if I ever called my mom a liar, she would have knocked my goddamn head off my shoulders. Bill, I seen you gone through much Beverly's office.
Oh, no.
Find any hidden treasure?
Not exactly, but it does appear that he was writing some new poetry.
Really?
Yeah, I found a couple of notebooks.
You girls know there's a will.
Mom?
No, we took care of that some time back.
We just don't really want to talk about
Well,
that.
I want to talk about it. What about what I want to talk about? That count for anything? It's just Bev made some good investment, if you can believe it, and we had things covered for you girls. But a couple years passed, and we decided to change things. Leave everything to me. Now, we never got around to taking care of it legally, but you should know that he meant to leave everything to me. Leave the money to me.
Okay.
Okay? 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 Karen? Okay?
Okay.
But some of his furniture, some of his old shit you can just have. I don't want it. Got no use for it. Maybe I should have an auction.
Sure, an auction sounds like a fine idea.
Some things though, like silver, now that's worth a pretty penny. But if you want, I'll sell it to you cheaper than I might get at an auction.
Or you might never get around to the auction, and we can just have it for free after you die. Barbara!
You might have that.
Bill, these papers you found, these poems.
Bill, where are you living now? You want that old sideboard?
I beg your pardon?
Well, you and Barbara are separated, right? Or are you divorced already?
We're separated.
Thought you could slip that one by me, didn't you?
What is the matter with you?
Nobody slips anything by me. I know what's what. Your father thinks he's slipping one by me. No way. Now, I'm sorry you two are having trouble, and I hope you can work things out. Beverly and I actually separated a couple times. call it that.
Oh, please, help us to benefit from your illustration of a storybook marriage.
The truth is, sweetheart, there's no way to compete with the younger woman. Just no way to compete with them unfair things in life.
Mom,
Is there a younger woman involved?
I think you've said enough on the subject.
Yes. There's a younger woman.
Odds are against you there, babe.
Mom believes women don't grow more attractive with age.
Oh, I disagree.
No, I didn't say they don't grow more attractive. I said they get ugly. It's not really a matter of opinion, Karen, dear. You've only started to prove it yourself.
You're in rare form today, bud.
Well, the day calls for it. What fun do you have in?
I just don't understand why you're being so adversarial, that's all.
I'm just truth telling. Some people get antagonized by the truth.
Everyone loves you, dear.
Oh, you think you can shame me, Charlie? Go after ass!
3 days ago, I had to identify my father's corpse. And now I sit here and I listen to you viciously attack each and every member of this family.
Attack my family. You ever been attacked in your sweet, spoiled life? Tell her about a tax manifest. Tell her what an attack looks like.
Mom,
Please.
settle down.
Stop telling me to settle down, goddammit! I'm not a goddamn invalid. Do I need to be abided or am I already passed over? Honey, this woman came to my rescue when one of my mother's many gentlemanly friends was attacking me with a claw hammer. This woman has dents in her skull from hammer blows. You've been attacked. What do you know about life on these plains? What do you know about hard times?
I know you had a rotten childhood, Mom. Who didn't?
You don't know. You do not know. None of you here know except for that woman here and that man we buried today. Sweet girl. Sweet Barbara, my heart breaks for you every time you've ever had to experience pain. I wish I could have shielded you from it. But if you think for a solitary second that you can endure the pain that man felt in his natural life, you got another thing coming. You know where your father lived from age 4 to about 10? Do you? Do you?
No.
No. In a Pontiac sedan. With his mother, his father in a fucking car. So what else you gotta say about your rotten childhood? That's the crust of the biscuit. We lived too hard and rose too high. We sacrificed everything and we did it for you. Your father and I were the first in our families to finish high school and he wound up an award-winning poet. You girls, given a college education, taken for granted no doubt. And where'd you wind up? What do you do? What do you do? Who are you? Jesus. You all work as hard as us, you'd all be president. You don't have any real problems, you're gonna make up all the problems yourselves.
Why are you screaming at us?
Just time some truth be told around here is all. Damn fine day to tell the truth.
Well, the truth is, I'm getting full.
Amen.
Dessert too.
I saw her making those pies. They looked so good. I'm truth to tell. Jesus Christ.
It's me. No.
What is it, son?
I have a truth.
Little Charles.
The truth is, The truth is, I forgot to set the clock. This morning, power did go out. I just forgot to set the clock. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, buddy. Excuse me.
Scintillating.
Little Charles is your project.
Charles, his name is Charles.
Oh, poor Al.
Please, poor baby. He's idea that I'm being mean all of a sudden.
Please, Mama.
I told you, I'm just telling the truth.
You're a drug addict.
That is the truth. That's what I'm getting at. Hey, everybody. I'm a drug addict. I'm addicted to drugs, pills, oh, especially downers. You see these little blue babies right here? These are my best fucking friends and they never let me down. Try to take them from me and I'll eat you alive.
Give me those goddamn pills.
I'll eat you alive, girl.
Did you just say the phrase "mom's pussy" seemed a
gosh. A little comfortable with saying cooch, aren't you?
What word would you have me use to describe our mother's vagina?
I don't know, but-
Mom's box. Mother's beaver.
Oh, God.
I'm really sorry about you and Bill.
Me too, Barb.
I mean, if I had it my way, you never would have known. Do you think it's a temporary thing or more? Who knows? I mean, we've been married a long time. That's one thing about mom and dad. You have to tip your hat to anyone who can stay married that long.
Karen, he killed himself.
Yeah, still. Is there something going on between you and little Charles?
I don't feel comfortable talking about that right now.
Because you know he's our first cousin.
Give me a break.
You know we shouldn't have children.
I'm almost 45, Karen. I put those thoughts behind me long ago. Anyways, I got a hysterectomy year before the last.
Why?
Cervical cancer.
I didn't know that. Neither did I.
I didn't tell anyone except Charles. That's how things got started between him and I.
Why? Why wouldn't you tell anyone?
You didn't tell us about you and Bill.
That's different.
Why? Because it's you, not me?
No! Because divorce is an embarrassing public admission of defeat. Cancer's fucking cancer. You can't help that. I mean, besides, we're your sisters. We might have offered you some comfort.
I don't feel that connection very keenly.
I feel really connected to both of you.
You're never here. We never see you. You haven't been around.
But I still feel that connection.
Oh, you think if you tether yourself to this place in mind only, you don't actually have to appear.
You know me that well?
No, and that's my point. I can't perpetuate these myths of family and sisterhood anymore. We're all just people. Some of us accidentally connected by genetics. A random selection of cells, nothing more.
When did you get so cynical?
That's funny coming from you.
Oh, bitter, sure, but random selection of cells?
Maybe my cynicism flowered with the realization that the obligation of caring for our parents was mine alone.
Don't give me that. I participated in
Until
every
you
goddamn-
got out, you and Karen.
I had my own family to worry about.
That's a cheap excuse. As if by having a child alleviated you from all responsibility.
So now I'm being criticized for procreating.
Not criticizing. Do what you want. You did, Karen did.
And if you didn't, that's not my fault.
That's right. So don't lay that sisterhood thing on me now, right? I don't buy it. I haven't bought it for a very long time. And when I leave here, and leave here for good, I won't feel more guilty than you two did.
Who says we don't? Are you leaving?
Charles and I are going to New York.
What the hell are you gonna do in New York?
We have plans.
Like what?
None of your business.
You can't just go to New York.
This isn't whimsy. This isn't fleeting. This is unlike anything I ever felt for anyone. Oh, Charles and I have something rare, something extraordinary, something very few people have.
Which is what?
Understanding.
What about Mom?
What about her?
Do you feel comfortable leaving her here?
Do you? You think she was difficult while Dad was alive? Think about what she's going to be like now. You can imagine the cumulative effect after a month, after a year, after many years. You can't imagine. And if you could imagine, you can only imagine for yourself the fake roots.
No, Mom pulled that shit on me the other day about Dad. I was his favorite.
You weren't. I was. You were Mom's favorite.
What? Thanks, Ivy.
You didn't know? Good God, Barb, I lived my life by that standard.
She said Dad was heartbroken when we moved to Boulder.
Mom was heartbroken. She was convinced you had left just to get away from her.
So, if you were Daddy's favorite, then you must take his suicide kind of personally.
Daddy killed himself for his own reasons.
And what were those reasons?
So won't listen.
Aren't you angry with him?
No. He's accountable for no one but himself. And he's better off now, which I don't doubt he is. Who are we to begrudge him that?
His daughters?
Yeah.
I'm fucking furious. The selfish son of a bitch, his silence, his melancholy. He could have, for me, for us, for all of us, he could have helped us, included us, talked to us.
He may not have liked what you heard. What if the truth of the matter is that Beverly Weston never liked you? Never liked any of us. Never had any special feeling whatsoever for his children.
You know that's not true.
Do I? How? Do you?
You just said that you were his favorite.
Because he's recognized the kindred spirit.
No. Your little theory, your little accidental genetics, that doesn't fly. Not with me. No. I believe he had a responsibility to things greater than himself. We all do. Good luck with that.
I can't believe your worldview is that dark.
You live in Florida.
When are you and little Charles leaving?
Weeks, if not days. And his name is Charles.
Are you telling Mom?
Trying to figure that one out.
What about your job? Your house?
I've been taking care of things longer than you've been in charge. Karen, you're going back to Miami, right?
Yes.
There you go, Barb. You want to know what we're going to do about Mom? Karen and I are leaving. You want to stay and deal with her, then that's your decision. If you don't like it, then that's your prerogative. But nobody gets to point a finger at me. Nobody.
Hello?
In here, Mom.
Am I interrupting anything?
No.
No.
You had a bath?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want something to eat or drink?
No.
You want some more coffee?
No, honey, I'm fine. Oh, all you girls in this house together. Just hearing your voices outside the door gives me a warm feeling. These walls must have heard a lot of secrets.
I get embarrassed just thinking about it.
Nothing to be embarrassed about. Secret crushes, secret schemes, all province of teenage girls. I can't imagine anything more delicate or bittersweet. You know, there's always some part I identified with you girls. No matter how old you get, a woman's always hard pressed to throw up that part of herself. That sounds good.
Do you want some? It's apple.
Yes. I ever tell you girls a story about Raymond and Qualls? Not much story to it. Boy, I had a crush on when I was about 13 or so. Oh, real rough looking boy. Beat up Levi's. Messy hair. Terrible underbite. But he had these beautiful cowboy boots. Shiny chocolate leather. Oh, and he was so proud of those boots too, the way he'd strut around. All arms and elbows puffed up in cocksure. So I decided I need to get myself a girly pair of them same boots, and I knew he'd ask me to go steady. Convinced myself of it. And if he saw me in those boots, he'd take one look and go, now that's the gal for me. I saw those boots in a window downtown and just went crazy. Oh, I stayed up late every night praying for those boots. Imagining the conversations I was gonna have with Raymond when he saw me in those boots. Must have asked my mama 100 times if I could get those boots. What do you want for Christmas, Vi? Oh, Mama, I'd give it all up if I could just have those boots. Bargaining, you know. But one day, she started dropping hints about a present under the tree she'd wrapped, about the size of a boot box. Real nice wrapping paper. Now, Vi, don't you cheat and look in there before Christmas. A little smile on her face. Christmas morning, boy, I was up like a shot under that tree, ripping open that present. There was boots, all right. Men's work boots. Holes in the toes, chewed up laces, caked in mud and dog shit. Lord, my mama laughed for days.
Please don't tell me that's the end of the story.
No, that's the end.
You never got the boots.
Oh,
Okay, well, that's the worst story I've ever heard. Makes me wish for a heartwarming clawhammer story.
No, my mama was a nasty, mean old lady. Suppose that's where I get it from.
You're not nasty mean. You're a mom and we love you.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Hey, y'all, I need to talk to Mom for a minute.
Sure.
How's your head?
Oh, honey, I'm fine. Don't you worry about that.
I'm sorry.
Honey, please.
No, it's important that I say this. I lost my temper and I went too far.
Barbara. Hey. The funeral, the pills, I was begging for a fight and you gave it to me.
So, truce?
Bruce.
What do you want to do?
How do you mean?
Don't you think we should consider a rehab?
No, honey, I can't go through that. I can do this. I'm pretty sure I can.
Really?
Yes. Well, you got rid of the pills, right?
All we could find?
Well, I don't have that many hiding places.
Mom. Come on.
You want to search me?
No.
Well, the pills are gone. And I'll be fine. I just need a few days to get my feet under me.
I can't imagine how hard this must be for you right now. And I just want to let you know that you're not alone. How can I help?
Well, I don't need help.
I want to help.
I don't need your help.
Mom.
I don't need your help. I've gotten myself through. Look, I know how this goes. Once everybody's done talking, they'll go back to their own nonsense. I know that. So don't you worry about me. I'll be fine. I'll manage. I get by.
Is the coast clear?
Never very.
What you watching?
Television.
Can I watch with you?
I wish you would. I almost blew it, didn't I?
Yeah.
Are you mad at me?
Nope,
I was trying to be brave.
I know.
It's just, I want everyone to know I got exactly what I always wanted. And that means I'm not a loser.
Hey. Hey. You're my girl.
Come here. You can help me push the pedals. I wrote this for you. I've never been a man of many words. Then I could say that you haven't heard. I'll sing you love songs till the day I die. The way I'm feeling, I can't keep it inside. Sing a sweet serenade whenever you're feeling sad. And a lullaby each night before you go to bed. I'll sing for you for the rest of your
Liberace! Get yourself together, we're heading back.
Aren't you saying it back?
No, we have to get home, take care of those damn dogs.
You know you're more than welcome.
Oh, look, honey, little Charles has a television on. This one watches so much television, it's rotting his brain.
Maddie Faye.
Oh, what was that caught you watching the other day?
I don't remember.
Oh, you do so remember. Some dumb game show about swapping wives.
I don't remember.
You don't remember.
Come on, Maddie Faye.
Too bad. There's a job that pays you to sit around and watch television all day.
Maddie Faye.
Oh, I
come
suppose
on.
you wouldn't like TV.
Maddie Faye.
The constituted you getting a job.
Maddie Faye. What? You have nothing else to say? You get in that car right now! If you say one more mean thing to that boy, I'm gonna take your fat Irish ass out to the highway. You hear
What the
me?
hell did you just say?
Ha! You kids go outside. I don't understand this meanness. I look at you and your sister and the way you treat people, and I just don't understand it. I don't understand why folks can't respect one another. My family didn't.
Well,
treat
maybe
me.
'cause your
Hey!
family-
Don't you say one mean thing about my family right now! I made it! We buried a man today. A man I love very much. Despite what faults he may have had, he was a good, kind, decent person. And to hear you, Terrence, your own son, on a day like today, dishonors Beverly's memory. We've been married 38 years. I wouldn't trade him for anything. But if you can't find a decent place in your heart for your own son, we're not going to make it to 39.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I froze. That's... Do you have a cigarette, hon? No, I quit years ago. So did I. It just sounded good to me. Barbara, at that dinner, at that horrible dinner, it just seemed like... What? It just seemed like something might be going on between Ivy and little Charles. Do you know if that's true? I don't know what to say here. Can you tell me if that's true? Yes. It's true. Okay. That can't happen.
This is gonna be difficult to explain. You know, Ivy and little Charles have always marched to their own. I know this must be toughest on you. But they're very much in love, or at least they think they are. And what's the difference, right? I'm sure they're terrified of you and Mom and...
Honey!
And I know it's unorthodox for cousins to get together these days. Or
Barbara!
You know,
Barbara!
But...
Listen. They're not cousins.
Beg your pardon?
They're not cousins. He is your brother. He is your blood brother. He is not your cousin. He is your blood brother. Your half-brother. He is your father's child. Which means he's Ivy's brother. Do you see? Ivy and little Charles are brother and sister.
No, I don't.
Listen.
Go back!
What? We were just...
You never go back! You're wrong! This might be... Are you sure?
Yes.
You and Dad.
Yes.
Who knows this?
I do, and you do.
Uncle Charlie?
We've never discussed it.
What?
We've never discussed it, okay?
Did Dad know?
You know, I'm not proud of this.
Really? You people amaze me. What, were you drunk? Was this some...
I wasn't drunk, no. Maybe it's hard for you to believe, knowing me the way that you do all these years. I know to you, I'm just your old, fat, unmatted vet. I'm more than that, sweetheart. There's more to me than that. I made a mistake. And Charlie's right, of course, as usual. But I don't know why little Charles is such a disappointment to me. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm just disappointed for him, more than anything. I made a mistake. A long time ago. Well, fair enough, I paid for it. But that mistake ends here.
If Ivy found out about this, it would destroy her.
I'm sure as hell is not going to tell her. You have to find a way to tell her. You have to put a stop to it.
Why me?
You said you were running things.
You're gonna get me busted, you.
I thought you said we weren't doing anything bad.
We're not, but some folks might not be crazy about me smoking with a girl born during the Clinton administration.
First Bush.
Great. Stop talking about your bush before you give me a hot bottle.
You're sick.
And I won't be able to control myself.
This stuff you gave me strong.
Florida, baby. #1 industry. #1 by far. You want to try a shotgun?
What?
You don't know what a shotgun is?
I know what a shotgun is.
Not that kind of shotgun. Get over here. Put your lips next to mine and inhale while I exhale.
Okay.
Hold it in. Don't let it out.
Whoa.
That's a kick, huh?
Whoa, shit,
That's
man.
what I'm talking about. Oh, careful now.
Oh my god, that's a head rush.
You're not going to pass out at me now, are you?
Nah, I'm cool. Oh my god, I can really feel that in my chest.
Here, let me feel.
No, you're just an old perv.
No shit, Christ, you got a great set. How old are you?
I'm 15, perv.
Let me see.
No, perv.
Come on, let me see. Look, I want to look.
If you're not gonna look, then why would I show them to you?
Okay, fine, and I'll look.
Let me look at your tits, little girl.
Come on, are we partners?
No,
Are we amazing car partners?
forget it.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
I yours.
Have you ever seen one before?
Yeah?
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. I'm not a virgin.
You're not?
Not technically. Well, no, technically I am, not theoretically.
Well, that changes everything.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
You're gonna get us both in trouble.
I'm rich and over 30. I don't get in trouble.
What are you doing?
Oh shit! Oh my goodness! I got
Steve! What happened? What happened? Tell me what happened. You're bleeding. Are you okay?
Jean, what's going on?
We were, I don't know.
Who was? Talk to me.
I'm fine.
I don't know. Jonna, what's going on?
He was messing with Jean, so I tuned him out.
Messing? What do you mean messing?
He was kissing her and grabbing her.
I'll murder you, Frank!
Get him out of here! I didn't do anything!
Stop down! Get back! You know how old that girl is?
Tell him I didn't do anything!
14 years old!
She said she was messing!
Are you out of your goddamn mind? Back off! Oh my God! Can you believe that crazy prick?
I know. Settle down.
Settle down? This son of a bitch is a goddamn sociopath. What the fuck is going on?
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. What is the matter with y'all?
With us?
Can y'all please stop freaking out?
Why don't you just start from the beginning?
What are you doing in a bed?
Please, sweetheart, we need to know what went on here.
Nothing went on. Can we not make a federal case out of everything? I couldn't sleep, so I went to the kitchen for a drink. He came in, end of story.
That's not the end of the
We
story.
were smoking pot, all right? We were smoking pot and we were goofing around, and then everything just went haywire.
What did I say? What did I say?
Look
What
at
the fuck
you
did I say?
two.
Fine,
You're
babe.
both so ridiculous. I'm fine. Nothing happened.
Honey, we're concerned
No,
about you.
you're not. You just want to know who to punish.
Stop
You
it.
don't know the difference between the good guys and the bad guys, so you want me to figure it all out for you.
You know what? Skip the lecture. Just tell me what he did.
He didn't do anything. Even if he did, what's the big deal?
The big deal, Jean, is you're 14 years old.
Which is only a few years younger than you like him.
Jean!
Yeah, 82 little
Let
freak.
go of me.
What the hell's the matter with you? Jean.
Excuse me.
I can do without a speech. I'm leaving. We're leaving. Back to Florida tonight. Together now. Me and Steve. You want to give me some grief about that?
Wait just a
You
goddamn...
better find out from Jean just exactly what went on before you start pointing fingers, because I doubt she's exactly blameless in all of this. I'm not blaming her. Just because I said I haven't blamed her. I just think she might share some of the responsibility. You understand? I know Steve should know better that Jean's only 14. It's not cut and dry. It's not black and white or good and bad. It's in the middle. It's where everything lives and where everyone lives. Everyone except you.
Karen.
I'm not defending him. He's not perfect. He's stuck in the muck with the rest of us. I'm not perfect myself. I'm no angel. I've done things that I'm not proud of. Things you'll never know about. Things I might have to do again. Because you know what? Sometimes life puts you in the corner that way. And I'm a human being. You have your own hash to settle before you start making speeches to the rest of us. Right. Come January, I'll be in Belize. Won't that be nice?
I'm taking Jean with me. We're headed back.
Okay,
She's just too much for you right now.
fine.
And I know that you blame me for all of this.
Well, you know what? I failed. As a wife, as a mother, as a sister, I failed.
No, you don't.
No? I physically attacked both Mom and Jean in the span of about 9 hours. Stick around here much longer, I'll cut your penis off.
not funny.
I can't make it up to Jean just now. She's just gonna have to wait for me to come back to Boulder.
You and Jean have about 40 years to fight and make up.
What happens in 40 years?
Well, you die.
Oh, right.
I mean,
No, right.
if you're lucky.
Says you.
If we're lucky.
You're never coming back to me, are you, Bill?
Never say never. But
No.
no.
Even if things don't work out with you and Marcia?
Cindy,
Cindy.
right. Even if things don't work out.
And I'm probably never gonna understand why. Am I?
Probably not.
I love you. I love you. The last time I spoke to my father, we were talking about something, the state of the world. And he said, you know, this country was always pretty much a whorehouse. But at least it used to have some promise. Now it's just a shithole. And looking back, I think he was talking about something different. Something more personal to him. This house, his marriage, his family, himself. I don't know. But there was something sad in his voice. No, not sad. He always sounded sad. Something more hopeless than that. As if it had already happened. As if whatever was disappearing had already disappeared. As if it was already gone. And no one saw it go. This country, this experiment, America, this hubris. What a lament if no one saw it go. Here today, gone tomorrow. Dissipation is actually far worse than cataclysm.
Mrs. Fordo, are you firing me?
Barbara, no. I'm giving you the opportunity to quit. I mean, there's work. And then there's work. I mean, I'm here. Look around. No one else is here. I mean, am I here or am I here? I'm not saying your services aren't necessary. All I'm saying is, I'm still here. God damn it.
I'm prepared to stay. I'm familiar with this job. I can do this job. I don't do it for you or Mrs. Weston or even Mr. Weston, right? I do it for me.
Why?
I need the work.
Jonna, what did my father say to you?
He talked about his daughters, his 3 daughters, and his granddaughter. They were his joy.
Thank you. That makes me feel better, knowing that you can lie. I want you to stay on. Don't worry about your salary, I'll take care of it. I'm still here. God damn it. Everyone just vanished.
You were the one I wanted to talk to.
Oh, okay. Sit down. Do you want some coffee?
No, thanks.
God, Dion, you look good. You really filled out nicely. You just look great.
Thanks.
What about me? Don't I look good?
Yeah? Yeah, you look great too. That's great.
Did you want some coffee?
No. No, thanks.
And you're the sheriff now. That's ironic.
How's that ironic?
It's not. It's incongruous. I think I misused ironic. If my husband could hear me now. Well, fuck him. But it is incongruous.
How's it incongruous?
Oh, because of your dad.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, after a fashion. He has Alzheimer's.
Oh, that's awful.
Well, he's in a home over in Nevada.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's just married? Oh, you're married. Wow, hot flash. Did you want some coffee? I asked you that already. You're married?
Divorced.
Join the club. I mean, I'm joining your club. I mean, it looks like I'm joining your club.
Sorry to hear that.
Have kids?
3 daughters.
Uh-huh.
And I can't
Look
tell
at
you
that.
how many times I've thought of the Weston sisters over the years.
The Weston sisters. Been a while since I heard that. Sounds like a singing group.
Yeah, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, the agitated Weston sisters.
Is your husband still around?
No. He left a few days ago. A week ago? 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Back to Colorado with my daughter, with Jean.
She seemed real sweet.
Ah, she's a nymphomaniac.
Really?
Jean. That's a stupid name.
I like it.
You know why we named her that? Bill's a big Gene Seberg fan. Now that's ironic.
I don't get it.
Oh, Gene Seberg killed herself over blobitrance.
Oh,
So,
Barbara? Are you okay?
I'm fine. Just got the flames.
Well, I thought if you wanted to get lunch sometime, catch up. It's been a long time. Would you like to get lunch sometime? The other reason I came, I got a call from a woman named Chitra Naidu, who runs the Country Squire Motel. She said she was throwing out some old newspapers when she saw a photo of Mr. Weston that ran with his obituary. She recognized him as the man who stayed in room 17 for 2 nights, which is the first 2 nights of his absence. He didn't make any phone calls. He had no way of telling if he received any phone calls, but I could have a check on the line to find out if he did.
Do you have a cigarette?
Yeah. Check with the phone company, is what I mean.
No, that's not. No one knew where he was. I suppose he was what? Just building up the courage to jump in the water?
Or building up the courage not to.
Right. I don't follow that. That doesn't matter.
Well, in any case, I thought I should let you know. So, can I call you back in lunch sometime?
Come here.
Barbara?
Come here. Come here. Sweet.
Barbara?
Touch me.
Barbara?
I'm
sorry.
Barbara,
Did you say something?
I've forgotten what I look like.
Is she clean?
Clean-ish.
So she's not clean.
The woman's got brain damage, dummies. Strips
You
her
know the
turkey.
difference.
She's moderately clean.
Moderately.
You don't like moderately? Let's say
Is
tolerant.
she clean or not?
Oh, we're just trying to get by here.
I'm nervous.
Why? Oh, Ivy, not tonight.
Why not?
We're only just now starting to settle into some kind of a rhythm around here.
I have to tell her, don't I? We leave for New York tomorrow.
That's not a good idea.
Good idea.
For you and little Charles to take this thing any further.
Where's this coming from?
You know, I've just been thinking about it, and it's a little weird.
It's not up to you.
There's a lot of fish in the sea. And surely you can rule up on one single man you're related to.
I happen to love the man I'm related to.
Fuck love! What a crock of shit! People can convince themselves to love a bait of rock. That looks good. What is it?
Catfish.
Bottom feeders.
You think I shouldn't tell her?
I think you should rethink the whole proposition. I mean, New York City's a ridiculous idea. I mean, you're almost 50. You can't go to New York. You'll break it up. You're catfish.
You're and Maddie Faye were carrying on, Charlie should have known too if he wasn't smoking all that grass.
It's the pills talking.
Pills can't talk.
Please.
Your father tore himself up over for 30-some-odd years, but Beverly wouldn't have been Beverly if you didn't have something to brood about.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's better that you girls know now. Now that you're older, you never know when someone might need a kidney. It's better that everyone knows the truth.
Oh my God.
I don't see the benefit in letting little Charles ever find out, though. Breaks his little heart. But tell me, honey, how did you find out?
Ivy, you're a monster.
Well, hey, what do you care?
These are both of them.
Oh, come on.
You are monsters.
Ray,
Monsters.
Who's the injured party?
You're monsters. Ivy, leave me alone. No, honey, I won't let you do this. No one Maddie Faye told me I didn't know what to do. I won't let you change my story. God damn it. Listen to me. I tried to protect you. We'll go. Anyway, we'll still go. You'll never see us again. Don't leave me like this. You will never see me again. This is not my fault. I'm not the one who told you. Mom told you it wasn't me. It was Mom. There's no difference.
You and I both know we couldn't let Ivy run off with little Charles. This wouldn't be right.
She said she's going anyway.
Oh, she won't go. She's a sweet girl, Ivy, and I love her to death, but she isn't strong. Not like you. For me.
Right. You knew about Dad and Maddie Faye all this time.
Oh, sure. I never told him, but your father knew. Oh, he knew I knew. He always knew that I knew. But we just never talked about it. I chose the higher ground.
Right.
Now, if I had the chance there at the end, I would have told him, now I hope this whole thing isn't about little Charles, because you know that I know all about that. If I'd reached him at the motel, I would have told him to quit sobbing about this ancient history just because you feel cast down about it doesn't let you off the hook.
If you'd reached him at the motel.
Well, I called the motel, the Country
Squire Motel.
but it was too late. You must have already checked out. I called over there on Monday. I told you I'd wait until Monday for the bank to open so I could get the safety deposit box. Should have called them sooner, I guess. Should have called the police or Ivy, someone. But we had an arrangement. You have to understand, for people like your father and me who never had any money ever as kids, people from our generation, that money is important.
How did you know where he was?
He left a note. Said I could call him at the Country Squire Motel, and I did. I did call him, called him on Monday.
After you got the safety deposit box.
We had an arrangement.
If you had stopped Daddy from killing himself, you wouldn't have needed the safety deposit box!
Well, hindsight's 20/20, isn't it?
Did the note say Daddy was gonna kill himself? Mom?
If I could have, I might have done something different, but your father and me both, we were.
You were both fucked up. You were fucked up. You're fucked up!
Now you had better understand this. You smug little ingrate. There is at least one reason Beverly killed himself, and that's you. You think he would have done what he did with you still here now? Just him and me, alone in this house, in the dark, abandoned. Wasted lifetimes devoted to your care and comfort. So stick that knife of judgment in me. Go ahead. But know that you have just as much blood on your hands as I have on mine. responsible. And why? Just to weaken me? Make me prove my character? So no, I waited. I waited for the safety deposit box, and I would have waited anyway. You want to know who's stronger, Ben? Nobody's stronger than me, goddammit. When everything is gone and there's nothing left and everything is disappeared, I'll still be here. Who's stronger now, you son of a bitch?
You're right, Mom. You were the strong one.
Barbara! Barbara! Barbara, please. Please, Barbara. Please. You in here, Barb?